Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Kyra and I'm a mummy to be due on the 12th of November. So if you are interested in all sorts of pregnancy and motherhood style videos, then please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to see more of this type of content. So I had my 32-week appointment this week where they just told me that baby is now facing head down, which is really, really lovely to hear. For a long time he was laying what they call transverse, I think, and he was laying horizontally for quite a while. So it's nice to know that now he's moved into the position that he should be. So hopefully there'll be no complications there and he stays nice in place. They also checked his heart rate and he was a happy, healthy boy. He did have the hiccups whilst they were checking, which is quite funny because every time you heard it on the little machine, you'd hear just like a loud like pop sound from where he has the hiccups too. So it was quite funny to listen to. And the only other thing really about my appointment was that I'm having to take iron supplements now as my blood work came back, and although I'm healthy, like a doctor would say that I'm healthy in terms of when you're pregnant, they want you to be slightly above. So I'm going to take iron supplements so that, you know, baby can stay healthy and there's not gonna be any problems there. So yeah, I gotta go pick them up later and then I'll be starting that today. In regards to my birth plan and what I'm hoping to have during labor, I'm hoping to have, fingers crossed, a natural water birth. Now, I'm well aware that birth plans you tend not to stick to, but I want to go into labor, you know, with a plan, and then if things go wrong, then I can kind of stray from it a little bit, but I want to have in mind kind of what I want so I know what I'm working for, and I know, you know, I have something to work for and to kind of encourage me. So yeah, I'm hoping to have a natural water birth. Now, in terms of medication, I don't want to use drugs if I don't need them. So in terms of like an epidural and pethidine, I don't want to use those if I'm doing okay. So I want to try and make it as far through my labor as possible before I need an epidural, if I need one. And I feel like the further I make it along, the less likely I will to have one because I only have that little bit left. So I'm hoping to obviously be able to stay at home for as long as possible in early labour. So just use things like baths and bouncing on the birth ball and a TENS machine, which me and my boyfriend went out and bought yesterday. So I'm going to be planning on using those types of methods to help in early labour. And then obviously when you go into the hospital, hopefully I would have progressed quite a lot. Well, as much as you can, obviously, without, you know, having to go into hospital. So yeah, hopefully I would have progressed quite a lot. And I can then, if I want to, take gas and air, which is the form of like pain relief that I will accept, as like, it's quite nicely paired with water birth and there are no like harmful side effects to you or the baby. And other drugs can tend to delay your labour, or also they sometimes have side effects or delay recovery time as well. So I'm not going to be opposed to it. I think I don't shun anyone who wants to get epidurals or any kind of medication. You know, if you want to have medication in your labour, then 100%, you know, go for it. But for me, I want to try and push myself and I want to try and see how far I can get without it. You know, I might say this and then the second I get to the hospital be like, oh, I want an epidural, which is fine. If that happens, then that's what's going to happen. But I want to go into it trying to aim to get as far as I can without it. And obviously being in the water if I'm allowed to. I am a low risk pregnancy so far. And hopefully that will ease some of the pain and help me to, you know, be able to push this baby out. So that's my aim for a birth plan. I also want to get like a lavender spray, which I can spray around the room, or my partner can spray for me around the room whilst I'm at home and at the hospital, because I think it'll be quite nice to, you know, and relaxing whilst you're in the water and whilst you're, you know, just trying to chill at home and focus on your breathing and trying to get through each contraction. I think that'd be really, really handy. And also probably whilst I'm at home, you know, dim light and put on candles. And then when you're at the hospital, I know you're not allowed candles, but if you give birth in the birth centre, which is what I'm hoping for, then, you know, you can dim lights and have a nice atmosphere there. If I have to give birth in the labour ward, then I have to give birth in the labour ward and it's not a problem. I'm not going to be opposed to that. you know, at the end of the day, I want me and this baby to be healthy, and if there's any problems and interventions needs to happen, then I'm okay with that and it needs to be done. So yeah, so I have a rough plan, but may or may not stick to it, but I feel like going in with a plan will kind of help me, you know, have something to push for, have something to kind of encourage me along. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best for me. So I will show you my bump at 32 weeks now, because if you haven't seen my 31-week video, it was just a kind of introduction to my pregnancy and how things have been so far. So I will link that up above, but I didn't actually show you my bump in that video. So I will insert a clip here of my bump so you guys can see how that's coming along. So here is my bump at 32 weeks. It's getting big. That's everything in terms of my, you know, 32-week appointment and my ideal birth plan. If you do have any questions regarding those, please feel free to leave them down below. I am expecting an Ikea delivery in a little bit, which my changing table for the nursery is arriving in. So when that gets here, I will insert a clip of us putting it up and the finished product, and you guys can see if it's something that you might like to invest in. I think it was fairly cheap. I think it was around £120, which for a changing table isn't too bad. Yeah, so you guys can see that. So guys, my Ikea delivery came. These are some drawer dividers actually for the nursery, which I'm going to do in a minute so I can start organising my drawers, which will be really, really handy. And then I've also got a changing table, which I think are these two boxes here. And then these are some other tables which you ordered just for the house. So yeah, when my partner gets home from work, we're going to put this up and then I will show you the finished product. So I think that's everything for today's video. If you did like this video, then please don't forget to click that like button, and if you want to see more of these type of videos, then also don't forget to subscribe. But I will hopefully see you in my next video.